Salutations, everybody. What's a crack-a-lackin'? It's time to end up coming back after this, after a couple of days off. A nice weekend, an interesting Monday, and a disastrous week for being a United fan because my head is about to go off my bloody knockers. But at the same point in time, it's time to get into the gorgeous world of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 again. Last time we left, we were about to go into the big, beautiful castle that we can see there in front of us. I am looking forward to that quite a significant amount. Back to go into this gorgeous world, this gorgeous deal, see how things end up going that way. As for the transfer market and all that, we'll see, Blockbuster. Honestly, I don't think Liverpool are going to do the Ekitike deal. I think the dopey gobshites, Newcastle, will sign Hugo Ekitike for about 70 million quid. And then they'll sell Alexander Isak to Liverpool for about 100. Yep, I think they'll end up doing that. I think Liverpool will sign Isak. And I think Newcastle are stupid enough to do that deal, if I'm honest. But time will end up telling, and we'll see what ends up happening. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he, Doc? With the team they have, of course he would. Why wouldn't he? But time will tell what ends up happening. Either way, I am interested to see what's going to end up happening. I have said it before and I'll say it again. I think Chelsea are the black sheep. I think they are a goalkeeper away from winning the league. What the hell they've done to João Pedro. I know João Pedro was a good player at Brighton, but crikey, he looks sharp. He looks like the real deal, doesn't he? So I think Chelsea, there's a significant possibility Chelsea walk away with the Premier League next year, by the way. Genuinely. The problem with that statement, Doc, is that Newcastle have financial fair play restrictions put across them, and the selling of Isak now would make them such a profit that it would pay for Ekitike plus allowing them to continue on for more. So we'll see what ends up happening there. I think for the financial PRSR ratings behind it, I think they don't really have a choice in that matter, especially if they get Ekitike at maybe a 35 down payment and then pay the extra 35 in years to come. But we'll see. Who knows what's going to end up happening. Blockbuster, thank you so much for the subscription. Honestly, I don't know how you've managed to do this for 4 months. But I appreciate it more than you know. So thank you so much for the subscription. I definitely appreciate it. Oh, not Blockbuster, sorry, Skull. My apologies. It was bound to happen eventually, Skull. But thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you. How is your Tuesday treating you, my friend? I mean, to be honest, that was happening anyway because Van Persie wasn't re-signing. So if Arsenal didn't sell him, he was walking for free. So Arsenal didn't really have a try. I mean, you'll have to do it now, just not to prove me a liar. You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers! So the last time we were playing this game, we got separated. And we were with Mael at this beautiful hair area here. So we'll think what ends up happening. Yeah, what thing did you end up realizing, my friend? One more thing! It will eventually. You just need more time into it. Like anything will end up getting you viewers if you end up working enough and they end up liking your situation. But yeah, I was almost tempted to go down the route of that and end up purchasing that game, but I didn't, thankfully. This is unique.
I knew you'd open the door for her.
Ooh.
Really, Verso? This was your plan?
This is interesting. I forgot how beautiful this game is, and I've only been away from it for a month. I think we need to get you on dating sites, Duck. Benny, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? How's life treating you? You've joined just as we were getting back into some Clair Obscur.
Hurt our family.
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
Why do you refuse to see I am doing this for us? Yet you insist on rushing toward death.
You told me I could. Do you not want me to? Or did I go into the wrong one? I'll check it after this because the audio cuts out.
It's easier for you to think that, isn't it? Easier to betray us if I'm the villain.
So move. I'm gonna
Checking on me for one. Did I put it in the wrong thing? I think I put it in the look at me. Yeah, no, I put it in the wrong one. Did I put it in your announcements?
Told her the truth.
Where did I put it? I could have... Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I know. I can send it in a bit. I have them ready. I just didn't send them.
We were busy doing
I do it on a load of Discords and didn't do it.
Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
I completely missed that.
Family
That's interesting.
Not my favorite topic.
Renoir is so cool.
Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
Hold the phone. 1-6-3, as in 1 at the back, 6 in the midfield, and 3 up front. Because that's a bonkers formation if that's what you're doing, Senior Duck. But fair play to you. Also, bear with me 1 second. One thing I need to do here. Okay, do that. Do that. Maybe I'm just a fool and exiting out of the game like this causes the music to go down, but it is one of the things that bothers me quite a bit that its windowed mode isn't proper windowed. It's one of the few modern games that I've played that ends up having, and it's my only critique of this game at the moment, to be honest. Anyways. Same here, that's almost 20 I post in when I'm going live. I know it's horrible. Well, Katie, allow me to say I am ecstatic to ruin your day. If me going live ruins your day, then I am absolutely bubbly at the fact that I have done so. But at the same point in time, what's a crack-a-lacka, my good friend? How is life treating you? You come in as we go up against the suave and sophisticated, beautiful and wise. And wow. That is interesting. Game. Okay, the entirety of my computer's after doing something there, so that's odd. Have we calmed down? It appears as though we have. Apologies about that. Yeah, no, it wasn't the internet this time. This time the computer just went bonkers. I'm doing fantastic, though, to be honest. How are you in the grand scheme of things? It has been a bit since we've conversed. Is the crack treating you well, Katie? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Some American coasts used it apparently for a few games years later to get media attention and interest. I mean, that's one way of going about it. I don't know if I'd ever bother that way. Did they? Ooh, okay. Let me look. By the way, if it isn't from Sports Interactive themselves, I would just say it might be horse manure. Football Manager, we can confirm FM24. So this is the official Football Manager here. Official challenge for that. It's not up by them. The official Football Manager page doesn't have it up there. And the official Sports Interactive page doesn't have it up. I mean, fair enough. Troll me all you want. I don't actually mind. I still don't think the game is coming out, mind you. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not anyways sad by them or anything like that. If the game is good, if the game comes out and it looks decent, I'm going to purchase it. Depends on how things end up coming out. Okay. Okay, it has been a bit, and I went into a boss fight. I should have went into a couple of regular fights before this. I mean, we'll see. There's nothing wrong with Unity as a system, so I wouldn't let that be what would end up bothering you about it. But we'll see what ends up happening. I just want to see some, screenshots and some things. It's not that big of a pain to code in. Unity is, I worked in Unity. It's not that big of a pain to code in. Especially for 2D games like that. The stuff that they're doing, it's not hard to code in at all. Ironically, the bit that would be hard for them to code in would be the actual in-game editor, where the game is playing itself. But the text-based thing is sound enough. It's just how prolific they want to be, or prolific they want to be with the actual match day. That's where it could be a pain in the arse. But in general, it isn't. Like, Unity is it's just Unreal has made it so much easier. There's no real reason to use Unity now. But Unity is not hard to code in. Well, that's the thing, yeah. If they're making it more console-based where it works on a controller, we'll see what ends up happening. But that's my thing. It'll be interesting to see what happens with it. I am not worried about... Okay, let's... Okay, I don't know if you can dodge that. I'm not worried about them using Unity for it. I'm worried that they're not hearing anything about it. That's what's worrying me more than anything else. I don't care about the fact they're using Unity. At all, actually. But I just wish they'd give a screenshot or something. And until I see a screenshot or something official for Sports Interactive, as I said, I think the game isn't coming out. I think the game's cancelled. And I have been resolute on that since FM25 has been cancelled. I've been resolute on that since FM25 got cancelled. I've been saying it since then. I think the studios. I said I think the studios has been shadow closed, and I'll say it. I have no reason to state that, but I still think that's the case. The fact that the game comes out typically in the September-October period of time, you'd almost be hearing stuff about it now. We haven't heard a lick from them. And I don't believe that video that was coming out stating that they ended up getting anything from it is good enough either, because it's a small YouTuber with 3,500 subscribers on it. Nothing wrong with them. They can end up getting some information, but nobody else has come out with it since. So we'll see. If we don't get anything by the first game of the season, and this is how you'll know, if we don't get anything by the first game of the season, then there's something bad happening, because the Premier League license will have come into effect. Keep in mind, they're licensed by the Premier League. That license, if it's still active, will go active from the first game of the season, because it is a seasonal license. So if it isn't announced before then and there isn't any showcase of it, the license will end up being done. No, that's not the way the Premier League does licenses. The Premier League licenses goes from the first game of the season upwards onwards. Once the first game of the season happens, you're in a new year of licenses, based on how I understand how the Premier League does licenses. What do you think FM is? It's literally an appetizer, Benny. Like that, I wouldn't worry about that, Blockbuster. That's just the license for FM24. But it's not August to July. It's August to August. They've done the 1 year about it, the 1 year season for the Premier League, and then they'll end up negotiating it and doing it again and again and again. Now, we don't know the deals of the contracts. That's the thing about it. We just heard that they had it for that particular season, but we'll see what ends up happening. Nobody knows the actual licensing agreement. I still think that the Premier League has probably sued them, and nobody knows about it, because they have every right to. But again, you'd need to talk to an advertisement lawyer about it. I just think if we don't hear about the game before the first game of the season, you can almost be positive it's cancelled again. For not using the license. There is rules around licensing agreements. They've probably been sued for not using the license. What's the dodge on that? Okay, that's interesting. Yes, but if you agree on a licensing agreement for something to be used within the license, and you don't use the thing within the license, you're in fault breaches of the contract of the license. So the Premier League, technically, they sold the Premier League a false bill of goods and were paying them for something they didn't end up using.
I'd really like for you all to survive this.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I don't care anyway, but I'm still a suspect. I think Sports Interactive is gone, to be honest. Again, it all depends on. Okay. Okay. His timing is interesting. It all depends on multiple things. None of us really know. But until I hear something from Sports Interactive or football, Sports Interactive themselves, I don't care. To me, it's just. To me, it's not coming out again. To me, it's cancelled. But we'll see. Oh, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? How's life treating you? Is it all going good in the hood? But just because you pay for a license doesn't mean you can't be in breach of the contract. If I pay for the license and then I abuse the license or don't do the parameters of the licensing agreement, then the licensee can end up suing you for the wrongful use or wrongful neglect or wrongful in-use of the license. You know? So there are other. Again, I'm not a contract lawyer. I'm not a contract lawyer, so I don't know. But it wouldn't shock me, is all I'm saying. It wouldn't. That's all. I'm just putting it in the ether. It wouldn't shock me. I'm not saying they have. I'm not stating they wouldn't. I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they couldn't. I'm just saying. You're saying it wouldn't shock me if they did. Again, I don't know the contract law. I don't know the contract. I'm just stating. You know. You know. So that's where I'm saying, like, you know. They could sue, they could sue them for the damages of the advertisements not actually advertising their company, you know? But we'll see, you know? I didn't. Which one is this one up? What FM drama are you relaying to there? Incredible amount. Okay. Okay, I don't get that at all. Anyway, we'll try with these two for a bit and see what happens. I'm gonna die to this one again, by the way. I didn't. Do you want to give us a bit of information about it, or because I don't know. I know that there's rumors going about with a load of crap, like supposedly Liverpool are looking at him as well, which I think would be really, really funny if that was the case. But yeah.
Here's your card.
Okay, so we come to here, and then it's... Okay. So it appears to be when the clock comes around there. Okay, interesting. This could be 2 hours of me dying, by the way. Time will tell.
I'd really like for you all to survive this.
But we'll see what ends up happening anyway. Tomorrow is United's kit release, so we're probably going to get the announcement of some signing there. So the Mpuemu deal will probably just, boom, randomly show up and United will have signed him. But we'll see. Oh, in that case, he's just an idiot. Fine. If it's just whinging about drafting something on FIFA, that's a load of horse manure. He's in the game, so you know, load of crap. Who in the Rudy Poo are you? Like, if you want to talk about drama, then one of the drama points that ended up happening was WWE had Evolution on at the weekend, and wouldn't you believe it? They showcased Vicky Guerrero. Oh! For those of you in wrestling that know the worry about that, then there you go, have fun. EA are a useless company anyway, it doesn't shock me that much. You don't know the like, are you into wrestling, Katie? Because I can explain why the Vicky Guerrero thing is a thing if you are into wrestling. If you're not, then there's no point unless someone knows about it. Okay, so the Vicky Guerrero thing is that Shaw Guerrero, her daughter, has turned around and said that Vicky Guerrero was physically and mentally abusive to her for a period of time between the ages of 13 and 22. So the fact that she was shown on WWE pay-per-view when she's accused of all of this shit, hasn't been charged, but accused of all of this stuff, there's a couple of people pumping their hat out and going bonkers. Oh no, that's it, Doc. There's no other stuff about it. Benny, thank you so much for the subscription. Genuinely, I appreciate it more than you know. You're the second person today to do it, so it's making me feel happy. Oh, so basically Vicky Guerrero was supposedly abusive to her daughter. Her daughter has accused her of being physically and mentally abusive. And because of that fact, people were annoyed that she was showcased as one of the legends at the pay-per-view. The all-women's pay-per-view. So that's basically it. I have to come up with a new animation for subscribing. I might nick one of the SpongeBob ones. Anyways, do elemental trick here. I wouldn't mind. The last time we got all three of them this time too. Okay. I forgot how bloody awesome the music in this game is. Attempts to vanish for soul. Okay, I don't think you can dodge that.
Storm is coming.
If it can, then I'm not gonna be able to do it. Cool, so that does a lot of damage if you get all 4 of them. I done 33,000 damage because of that. That move is awesome if you can get all 4 of them to pop up. Ooh, damn it. Oh crap. Oh, I forgot which one is the gradient dodge. Okay, so the next time it comes to my turn, I'm going to need to look and see what the gradient damage is. No bother, Block. Make sure your stream is great. I hope you have a good time at it. What are you doing today yourself, anyways? Are you doing anything nice? Chintzy scored in the 1st and 5th minute and didn't win the game last weekend. What was the end result? FM25 ranked multiplayer, or F1. Not too bad. And do you do it with the wheel Block, or do you do it with the controller? Because I hear the game is good with the controller. No. Do you want to know what PSG did, Katie? PSG didn't adapt, and Enzo Maresca knew that PSG played the exact same way in every feckin' game throughout since the Champions League final. PSG have played the exact same way. Enzo Maresca, being a man of semi-intelligence, decided, you know what? Let's change the formation to literally do the counteractive to that. And Luis Enrique couldn't be arsed during the game to change anything. So that's what happened there. That and Chelsea are actually a good team, only now missing a goalkeeper. I don't know. To be honest, I think the owner of PSG was just annoyed he couldn't dance with Trump. I mean, I genuinely don't care. I do find it funny that Cole Palmer came out, and by the way, I haven't the advertisement thing active, so I need to activate that again because it was annoying when Simus was there. So we'll fix that now. And do enable, like that. Then what? Here. Ironically, by the time I have this fixed, with that done there, that done there, that done there, there. Cool. So yes, next time that should go active again. Cool. That's what I get for trying to be cool. There we go. The joys of trying to fix things up midway. But yes, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, effectively that. I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but like that. Yes, Duck, it is. What? It was meant to have healed her! Why didn't it heal her? I love Wrestle Talk. I genuinely love Wrestle Talk. They're really good. They're a really, really good YouTube channel. We only have them halfway. I don't think we're going to end up winning this, by the way. Petals down to gather around him. Okay.
Ready?
Oops, wrong thing. Go back. I mean, it basically means when all of your other ones die, you end up using the people in the back. I do find it a bit odd that it doesn't have a system to swap between... Oh, you can dodge this. Okay. Okay. So this is something you can dodge. Okay. So... We're not going to win this one. Okay, so Chroma and... I don't have words for that. That walloped my ass 10 ways to Sunday. I don't see the blocking on that. It's obviously there, but it could be fun figuring it out. Anyway. Keep going at it. I don't really have an opinion on its skull. I think that's one of the ugliest shirts they've ever come up with in WWE, though.
I'd really like for you all to survive this.
I mean... It'll be interesting to see with under 18, speaking of them, what United end up doing with theirs. Because we've signed a good few more young talent. And some of them look prospectively good. And we'll see what ends up happening. Nope. God damn it. As bad as one you're wearing now. I mean, honestly, this Ace of Spades shirt isn't that bad. I'm just a fat bastard that makes it look bad. So, that's more on me being a fat bastard than this shirt being bad. Unfortunately, Katie. But I do get your point, you vicious bitch.
I would have lived.
Okay. I cannot get the timing of that at all. I need to be able to figure it out. I wouldn't mind too. I've been going to the gym a lot more recently, so I've been trying to get into more shape. The problem is, as I'm actually putting on muscle, I'm swelling out a bit. So I'm both losing weight and gaining it at the same point in time, and it's incredibly demoralizing. I don't know if he was Skull, to be honest. There's mixed reports about it, but who cares at the end of the day? He's back now, so you adapt and go with what you have. Yes to me looking more swole, or yes in what connotation, Katie? Because that is really mean depending on how you meant that. Okay, incredible amount of chroma. We have the dodge there, so we dodge now. Come on! working. That should have popped up. Did that not work? Okay, bear with me 1 second. Okay.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
There you go. That's for you. The sound off or off?
Off is a direction you can fuck.
Interesting. Weird. Anyways. I mean, just joking. Okay, incredible amount of chroma. Maybe because it's gray, it's meant to be a gradient dodge, and that's why it's not returning it. Even though I think the gradient dodge is meant to highlight over me. You wait. To be honest.
I'd really like.
But what do you think is going to be the surprise tomorrow for the away kit? What do you think United are going to do? Do you think it'll be the signing of a brand new player? Do you think it'll be the recontract of one of their current players? What do you think is going to be the deal? What, Martinez, as in Lissandro being back, or which one? Mexico's favorite asset from California. Do you think so? I don't think so, to be honest. Maybe. To be honest, I think we're foolish if we go for Emmy, to be honest. Watching more of his game, I don't think he's actually the best option out there. And the fact that he's going to be on a red for the first 3 games of the season is disastrous as well. So, personally, I think you avoid him. But, I mean, options. Do you want... Honestly, I don't think he is. Skull. Honestly, I don't think he is. Wales. Is that a Simon? Is that a subtle fat joke by you, Katie, or are you asking about the country? No, I'm from Ireland, not Wales. Nice guess, though. Yeah, we'll see. Supposedly he has a crucial leg injury that means that he could be out for that. Shut up. It is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. The gall of you to state such a thing. I'm genuinely hurt by that statement. I didn't think there was going to be a statement that would end up hurting me, but you found it. You found a statement that hurt me. I don't know if you feel proud about that or what you end up doing, but you genuinely hurt me with that one. I'm kidding. I mean, it depends on what we do. Okay, pool of chroma. God, why do you spin so much, Renoir? I mean, yes, but you're bad at it, Katie. Up is good at you. You're bad at it. The Mbuemu deal has been very quiet over the last week. Reports did guarantee money less than the add-ons. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Time will tell. Thing is, maybe that's just United wanting everyone to know that that's what they're at, and maybe they're at other things. Maybe we'll go and we'll get Ricardo Rios or one of the other players that are there. It's hard to let you know. Time will tell. I'm more interested in some of the other players as well. Like, Sunderland purchasing 5 AFCON players during the AFCON season is an interesting choice for a promoted side to do. I don't know how many games of the AFCON they miss, or how many games they miss due to the AFCON. So I'm actually quite intrigued about that as well.
Should be fighting by the side.
God damn it! Can't they choose not to play in the AFCON, by the way? Okay, cool. So we get to do our 34,000 damage. Cool. Nice. Could miss 1 or 5. They can choose not to play for the nation. I don't think they will, mind you. I'd be shocked, actually, if they did choose not to play for the nation. But, I mean, considering the year that it is, might be an interesting choice to end up doing it. You know, keep your team up, stay promoted, stay in the Premier League. It genuinely wouldn't be the worst option in the world of all years to skip missing for your country. Because you know that there's a chance you staying in the Premier League. Because I think Sunderland might be a dark sheep in the league this year to stay up. I know there are some, you know, that's the word I'm looking for. There are some fools who were putting United down as being a relegation fall, though. But we're not that bad. And hopefully, even though they're not backing him, hopefully the club back Amarim in the one area where he needs to be backed, and that is if he turns around and says these 5 players aren't playing for me again, even if you can't sell them, to stay on the bench. Yeah, but Granit Xhaka's not a bad player, but the only problem with Granit Xhaka is he's something like 34. Like he's not a bad player. He wasn't bad at Arsenal, and anyone that says that he was never watched him when he was with Arsenal. The only thing with Granit Xhaka is he's old. Fuck. It sounds like when Shaw went to the Euros, he could have said no and said, I want to focus on getting fit for the new season. I mean, everyone knows that. Shaw knew that he wasn't fit when he went into the Euros. And he ended up being lost for years as a result of it. Okay. What the fuck?
Let's carve a path. Let's go again.
What in the world was that? Got hit at the end. You know, I'm gonna cheese this by just, you know, use the elemental trick, elemental genesis to end up getting through it and not know how to dodge any of this crap. But at the same point in time, I'm happily going to cheese this and not know how to dodge anything. Don't do it that way. Well, I think the reason why he went to the Euros is because he thought it'd be a good way to get him on the window to be sold, to be honest. But who knows with Shaw? Shaw's turned around and said multiple times that he... Okay, yeah, so that one, the Grey is a gradient counter. Interesting. Interesting. Shaw has said on multiple occasions that he prefers playing for England than he does play for United anyway. So... Okay, we're about to win this fight just because we cheesed it. But I'll happily get away with that. So at least it did dodge one of the big bad ones at one particular point. He would. He'd easily get someone to pay it. Ooh, Chuggy McChuggerson. My GPU did not like this at all. Holy moly. It's the first time this has happened. I wonder if I have too much open or what's happening there. We're hitting an almighty 3 frames per second. Beautiful number. Which is a shame because this is a really beautiful game, so. And we're back up to 30 frames, so that's good. Oh! No, is he dead?
Knuckles. Broken.
Hopefully we can fix him. Ooh! What? Called him someone else. He didn't say my L. Any Saudi club, either of the two Milans, either of the two Spanish clubs who at the time needed a left back. There are multiple options. Ooh.
What is that? Will you tell me your name?
I mean this with all the love in the world, Katie. It's a number that doesn't matter. Like, it's a number that has no cultural significance to the club.
Where did it go?
So, like, it's a nice act for them, but it doesn't matter. It's not like it was he was wearing the number 7, which has cultural significance with the likes of Kenny Dalglish or anything like that. It's a number that doesn't really have much cultural significance, so you can retire it for Luis Diaz and it not affect any of the other aspects of the club because it's literally just his number. Now, I know there are other people that have had 20, but I think you know what I mean. So, like, that's the cynic in me saying that. But I also don't think it holds any weight as a result of that. And maybe that's me being annoyingly cynical.
Thank you, mon ami.
It's just easy PR, though. And irrelevant PR.
Care to explain?
Because it's the minimum they could do.
Your father.
I don't think of him as my father anymore.
Still, why didn't you just tell us?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Because it's private.
Maybe I am being too cynical on that one, but like, it's just...
None of your business.
To me, it's hollow. It doesn't actually mean anything to retire
Lying
that.
by omission is still lying.
I've told you everything you need to know.
I'd rather make that determination for myself.
I think we can all understand where each other's coming from, right? He hasn't steered us wrong yet. But we're a team now. And we won't get very far if we don't trust each other.
Family's complicated.
That's, to me, that's far more significant than the shirt. I mean, do if you want to, Katie. I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind. It's just, I'm being honest in my opinion. Like, my big thing when it comes down to the shirt, to retiring a shirt number, is it's not like naming a stand after him or putting a statue up for him. 2 points of cultural significance that everyone will end up regularly knowing about. There will be people who will come around, that will never question why the number 20 isn't being used, because it's not a typical number that's used. Like, if it's one of the first 11 numbers, that makes more cultural weight to it, because they're numbers that are typically and pretty much always used, you know? Like, I don't mean to do the same kind of cultural slight on someone. I'm just going to use him because I know what his number is off the top of my head. If the same thing happened to Alejandro Garnacho tomorrow morning and the number 17 was stripped from Manchester United, it wouldn't have any cultural significance, because it's a number that A, isn't typically used, and B, you know, it wouldn't surprise you if you didn't see number 17 on the pitch, you know?
I'm so very sorry.
And maybe that's me being far too cynical and far too ugly view of the world, and I'm happy to admit that. But that's just my viewpoint on it. I actually think it's the least they could do, retiring the shirt, but I also think it doesn't hold any weight.
It's gone. We have no way to access the monolith.
Expedition 58 seemed to think you knew another way.
What?
We found 58 and their journals.
So that's how you... I wasn't hiding it. If that's what you're implying. It's a dead end.
Wait, what are you talking about?
There's someone else who can help us.
To be fair, Liverpool coming out saying they're paying the rest of Yada's contract to his wife, setting up a trust fund for his family, well, they should do that anyway. Well, I mean, why?
Excuse me.
Why should they do that anyway?
Is it true? Can you make a weapon that can pierce the barrier?
Again, this is looking really, really negatively of the world. But like, if it was an average Joe, if it was a work colleague of yours that you were working with, I know that your company mightn't have the amount of money to end up doing, but if it was an average Joe that you were with, they wouldn't do it for you.
Enormous amounts of pure chroma.
So like, all of it is all PR. You know?
Only saw certain axons, yes. Like I said, that's a dead end. It's impossible.
Like, again, that's a really negative, really
Yes, massive.
bad way of looking at the world. Unfortunately, because a football club is so heavily ingrained in PR, everyone will end up slating them for not doing it. It's kind of expected because of the public eye they're in. But like, I'll use it as an example. If it was a random Google employee, it wouldn't happen, even though Google make more money than Liverpool do, you know? So that's where I end up looking. But all of this is PR. It's the right thing to do,
Close to zero.
but I'm not going to praise them for doing it.
Death is coming either way. expeditioners. If we die fighting.
Wonderful pep talk.
I know.
I love Mononoko.
All right, if we're going to fight the Axons, then let's be smart about it.
What do you mean?
I've had a few rough encounters with the Axons. There are 3 located on islands around the monolith, and we need at least 2 hearts to get enough chroma. One lives on a mountain too high for us to reach, so that one's out. We should start with the one to the west of the monolith.
I'll look at all of these in a second after this finishes.
Expeditions, right?
Yeah, good idea. Maximize our chances.
Or we embrace the challenge and pick the one in the east.
I like your spirit.
Thank you.
Did you listen to what I just said?
I like CL. Anyway, the advertising's about to happen now as well in a second, so we'll let that go on. And while that is going on, I will do this. Let's see if that works. It didn't. Okay, bear with us. Cool. Okay, so let me read back at these. So, not really. This said it so people wouldn't ask them about it. Of course, they're going to say it. Paying the contract. I don't think it's negative. Plus, he's a footballer, just an entertainer. He's not done that much good for the world. I don't agree with that statement. Now, that's a very negative way to look at any of those situations. Now, I understand what you mean by it, but it's not exactly a fair representation at all. Then we go to that. Yeah, that's... Ooh, nope. Joys of fixing things on the fly. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, everyone ends up having some value to it. Like, footballers are an interesting place in people's hearts because they're role models for particular people. They've given them the motivation and the goal in order to do it. There'll be some people who will look at the route in which Yata ended up taking to get to life, and it has fulfilled them and continue to bring them on. They hold an awful lot more weight in people than you'd end up thinking. Entertainers in general are like that as well, and end up holding a special place in everyone as a result of it. I think a prime example of that is the comedian Sean Locke. You could say it hasn't done anything major in the world for anyone, and yet there's a ton of people that will have just been crushed by his lost the world when he ended up passing away from cancer there earlier on because they just enjoyed watching everything he ended up doing. I don't think it's fair to state that. It takes an awful lot to be a member of the public. It takes an awful lot to have the willingness to do that. Even doing this streaming here, like, I hold no weight over anyone that I'm watching over it or doing anything like it. But if I touch a single person and improve their day, you've done something for them. That's me looking more positively at the world than negatively at the world, but I think negatively about corporations anyway.
It's amazing how strong that song was.
Music is powerful, man. It speaks to a primal pit in our brains.
I mean, the cost of that would have to outweigh the number left on the contract, and that's difficult to calculate on all level. But I think you're being very harsh on them. They are the neutral fan. I buy a Liverpool jersey, but they did this Liverpool themselves. Public. Which bit am I being harsh about up? Maybe I've lost something. I mean, the cost of that would outweigh the number left on the contract, and that's difficult to calculate. I don't think they're profiting from it. Oh, doing the right thing by profiting off a debt. People are blind. Yeah, I don't think they're profiting off... Well... I mean, I don't really know what to say about that either, to be honest. Anyways, back at this. Oh, actually, one quick check. That's sound there, sound there, sound there. That, do this. Cool. Yeah. I mean, it all is PR, but you have to do PR in that type of situation, otherwise you appear like a heartless bastard.
And do you think our chances are close to zero?
I didn't think you cared about.
Lune and I have less than a year. But... Story time?
Let me think.
Come on. You've been alive for over 60 years. You must have tons of stories.
I think it's probably the other way around up. I think they're doing it because they know that their advertisers would be pissed if they didn't. To be honest, I think it's all for face, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Crack, say you don't support a team and just watch it and maybe buy an odd jersey of a random team. If Nice won, you know they will have higher chances of buying a Liverpool jersey due to... I don't agree with that at all, Skull. I don't think this would have mattered at all to it. I think most people that are doing it casually will have bought it based on results. Ironically, they won the league this year, so they were more likely to buy it anyway. But I honestly don't think that mattered at all for this when it comes down to jerseys or anything like that. I
100 years, actually. So
don't think there's any equation. To me, I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I don't think there's any equation to that one.
You're 100 years old and so indecisive.
Typical woman.
All right. Let me think.
That's something Katie would say. 100 years old and still undecisive.
Okay. I'm going to share something really dark with you.
Oh, sometimes I hate TikTok Live.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
It's about my hair.
Okay. What could be really dark about his hair? If we were to guess, what would be really dark about his hair? Did he end up taking it off of someone else? Did at one point in time he used to end up having blonde hair and he dyed it black? What could be really dark about his hair?
Your hair? That's a bit literal on the dark and personal.
Hey, I'm sharing a heartfelt secret here. Do you want...
Please, do share.
Sometime after the fracture, my hair turned...
Oh my god, he actually did dye his hair. Don't tell me he actually dyed his hair.
An old man. Luckily, the Gestural village has a hairstylist quite skilled in color treatments.
Lucky.
But he's always napping when I get there, and his apprentice always mucks things up. I'm lucky my hair's not purple this time.
He actually dyes his hair.
Purple could be fun.
So, your turn.
That's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. He dyes his hair because it all went white.
That was hardly dark or personal.
White hair? Old man, I'm revealing myself here.
All you've revealed is that you're vain and that you're really bad at making appointments.
Oh, I love it.
Vain?
I love it.
I'm not the one with all the bracelets and rings.
Oh, oh, that's fighting words. That's fighting words right there.
Actually, my students made these bracelets for me to remember them by.
You've been served.
Chances are we'll never see each other again.
Not necessarily.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. My youngest student is 6. Her parents will gommage when she's 12, and
Ooh.
she herself won't live past 21. Her parents did the maths. They'll have 12 years as a family, and she'll experience 21 years of life. These are the choices we get to make. The earlier you have children, the more time you get to share with them, the more life they'll get to live. And every year you wait...
You're shortening your child's life.
Damn.
Precisely.
You don't have any children, though.
No, one of my friends, Sophie, she said she loves her children so much, the best thing she could do for them is not to have them.
Oh, what a statement. I actually hate that mentality, by the way. I actually hate that mentality because that's 100% not true. Because, like, just generally in life, like, it's better to have them because you get to experience something. Anything is better than nothing. Even the dread is better than nothing.
See?
That's really dark.
Yeah, you've set the bar high.
Come back with a better...
That is bonkersly dark. I mean, to that statement there, Skull, I don't really know. I don't watch their website. I never checked that type of stats. Was that a stat they were showing before the accident? I don't know if it was. Maybe out of respect to the family, they don't want to show it. There's multiple things about that. Sure, there'll be people that will buy the jersey as a result of it, but you can do that outside their site. So I don't really have a comment on that one. Either way. So maybe that's exploitation. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really have a comment on it.
Okay.
Just awkward silence. If it was me, and I might end up starting a fight in my chat over this one, but if it was me, I would end up being a dog person over a cat person, so I would end up asking the question, do you like dogs over cats? Luna does seem like a cat person, though, being a wizard and the whole lot. So I'm going to ask, does she like cats?
Do you like cats?
What?
Do you like cats?
I think you've spent too much time alone. You've forgotten how to start a human conversation.
I mean, to be honest, I've never learned how to start a human conversation, so he's doing better than
I
me.
just have this feeling you're a cat person.
So do I.
Well, you're wrong. I
Oh!
have a dog named Pat, though.
I'm a very bad judge of character, apparently.
Interesting name.
My sister named him when we were kids.
Aw.
Stella. She was a gifted artist.
She got gommaged.
Fiery. She definitely made the most of the time she had.
Any other siblings?
Yeah, I had a brother too. Sol. He was the oldest and everyone's favorite.
Sounds like my older sister. She was my father's favorite.
I'm shocked it wasn't you. Sol was a great older brother.
There's a tracker that goes to the website that you look up and find out how many jerseys bought the day. I don't know. I have no comment on it, Skull.
That's actually how I met Gustav. Sol was dating his sister.
Aww.
So, you knew Gustav for quite a while then?
That's an awful lot of personal questions.
It is, isn't it? Alright, we can talk about me again if you
Yeah, I love how she doesn't want to talk about Gustav at all.
ask away. I'm being sincere. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. We've got all night.
Remember, you offered.
Ooh. That's a...
Do you like monkeys?
Interesting question.
Oh, come on.
I love how... And I noticed he didn't answer it either.
I'm mad.
Oh, why are you mad, SK?
I'm stinking mad.
About Noko.
That was mean. I thought he cared. Renoir.
He's not.
Ooh.
I know, buddy.
Interesting. That's an interesting set of circumstances. Wonder how they're going to end up going about this one.
Enjoying the stars.
Stars are the apples of the sky.
I love that. I genuinely love that, actually. Stars are the apples of the sky. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful saying. I actually genuinely love that.
I love the way you see the world.
Oh, that constellation looks like Francois.
Ooh. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Might as well have the fun with him.
He needs to look a bit more cranky.
He's not grumpy. He's just sad. He misses Claire.
I wish I knew more about the stars, because I'm sure there actually is a constellation known as Francois, and maybe another one known as Clair. I don't know constellations at all, so I haven't a clue whether or not this means anything, or whether or not this is just him mentioning random people from their past. It's intriguing either way, I'll say.
Enfant used to be all wee, but now he's all
I'm guessing he's on about actually people that they know.
yes.
Yeah, back when the four of us were flying together, so it is people that they know.
There was nothing in the world except the four of us flying around on adventures.
Ah, I see. And,
Yeah, centuries go by without your best friends. That's gonna make you go.
That's an interesting way of displaying sadness.
how come you're not grumpy like Francois?
I am grumpy.
Oh, Francois was the other one in the room who we ended up getting the rock off of.
Oh,
I too am.
sounds like you're in a woo-wee type situation.
God, I love the way that's first.
Dead.
I think we're both a little woo-wee.
Wee woo.
Although I'm a bit more woo than wee these days.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love this interaction so much.
Oh, and if you squint and sort of scrunch up your face, that one next to it looks like Noko.
I love their interaction so much. Esque is so cute. And the way he genuinely is interesting and nice the way they end up looking at the world. Honestly, it's gorgeous.
Ready for the act?
There's loads of people that don't want to talk to him. Holy crap. Nobody really want. Well, I mean, he did end up lying about the fact that the main bad guy that killed their friend is his father, but
What was
like...
it like for you, growing up in Lumiere?
Aside from being a sad and lonely orphan, it was great.
Got the snippiness of these guys. Everyone is being snippy. I do realize they have to put these in weird circumstances because you can probably come and watch these later on when they've probably fixed the relationship up a bit. But like, unbelievable snippiness.
Although technically, everyone in Lumiere is an orphan.
I mean, that's an interesting way of putting that one.
How old were you when your parents passed away?
Around 3, I guess. I was an unwelcome surprise.
Ooh, that's something you don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole.
They never wanted kids. And they definitely didn't want one right before their gommage.
That must have sucked. For both you and them.
Yeah, it did. Then they died. And I bounced around from family to family. I can't even remember all of them. I was kind of a weird kid, I guess.
I've watched an awful lot of CSI and shows like that in the past, where you end up seeing foster children being bounced from place to place, and it's always made me wonder what an actual real life version of that is like. Cause it has to be aggrandized a bit in those type of shows. I'd love to hear an actual real life situation of it happening, like even in this here. Everyone ends up remembering the badness when you end up looking back at a situation anyway. You never end up looking at the good. So I'd love to end up hearing what people's actual experiences of this is like, what it made them feel, how they ended up dealing with it. Because I'd say an awful lot of them end up finding self-reflection an awful lot more through the horrible situation that it is.
So was I.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was obsessed with my piano and my paint set.
I used to have lots of nightmares and talk to myself. Kept running away from home all the time.
Talk to myself. I used to do that a lot too. Still do, mind you. I think that's actually kind of healthy to talk to yourself. Have that voice in your head and talk to it. So long as you make sure that it doesn't end up overthrowing things and becoming the only voice you end up talking to. I think it's actually really healthy to have that.
Them are all weird. Actually, I
Yeah.
think everyone's a weird kid in someone's eyes.
Well, I was a weird kid in everyone's eyes.
Even Gustav's.
Kind of. It's why he and his sister took me in. Nobody else wanted me, but I guess Gustav and Emma used to be weird kids too.
Ah.
So they liked me.
See? Everyone's weird.
Guess that's one way to make it look like that.
What's something you liked about Lumiere?
Wandering around the buildings, nobody wanted me for any of the fancy apprenticeships. So I got stuck as a runner for the warehouses. That turned out to be kind of nice. I got to go everywhere in the city.
I'd kind of always wanted to have one of those type of jobs where you ended up traveling a lot. Like if I got in a job where they paid for travel and all that type of stuff, I'd love to do it. Just experience the world of it.
Me and Gustav used to go up there a lot. Do you miss Lumiere?
Yeah. I do. Not just the place, but everything about that time. The festivals, the gardens, dancing. That home is gone. Not just the place.
I mean, Doc, he is kind of a central point of... He was the main character until Verso ended up replacing him.
You have us now?
Yeah. And you've got me. So, you want to dance the night away?
Maybe us, Ciel.
I wonder if that's a subtle way of saying Ciel actually. Wait for it. I'm up there. That didn't play. Yeah, that's annoying. Hmm. Okay, that's weird. Do this. God, I hate when these type of things end up happening. Why didn't that work? So it should work now. Okay, there. Maybe it did play before and I just didn't hear it. Anyway, yeah, I love that. I love that beat. It's one of the best things that Dragon Ball Abridged did.
I'm sorry, Mongia. We'll bring Noko back.
I forgot. I forgot that we had Mononoko in the swimsuit.
I'm ready. When the time is right.
Who is cleaning his Nevron legs.
Polishing
I'll give
the
him his
collection of
abilities.
Nev legs.
Yes. Aren't they beautiful?
Yes. I, too, find the legs of our enemies to be beautiful.
I love the way that he stated that.
Yes, I knew you would appreciate them.
Elegant
You,
weaponry.
sir, are a true connoisseur of elegant weaponry.
Why do you need to polish them anyway?
A warrior must be prepared for battle. And battle is just as much mental as physical.
That's true.
Mental, eh?
Imagine you're in Nevron, and you see me charging toward you, brandishing the well-polished and gleaming leg.
That is quite disturbing, actually.
Think of the intimidation.
True. I wouldn't want to battle anyone who's using your hairy foot as a club. All for the smell and the intimidation.
And then I transform into one of them. Ha! Intimidation and confusion.
I mean, yeah, that makes
From
sense.
that alone, the battle is all.
Oh, you're right. I feel thoroughly intimidated.
You should try it. Even though you can't transform, it will. Look, aren't they beautiful? Here, take a leg.
That's all right. I think you've got the intimidation factor covered. You wouldn't want to be so intimidating that the Nevs run away, right?
Fair point. I'll handle the intimidation.
You handle the
The
cleanup. That's
cleanup, eh?
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
All right. Well, in that case. Want to go intimidate some.
But maybe later. I really need
The
to
joys
finish
of when
a
bottoms are coming in. What a name too. Wonderful flat car 7 bugs. Even tells us. Oh, don't apologize at all. I appreciate you doing it, Doc, to be honest. It actually helps when moderators end up doing stuff like that. Especially in a game like this when I click off of it, the sound ends up going for a bit. But thank you so much for it, genuinely. I appreciate it. You clicked it directly after me, so we ended up doing it at the same point in time. I don't know if I like Mononoko. It's an interesting character. I'll tell you that, but I don't know if I like him. Like a flag bug, how wonderful. I mean, yeah, kinda. Okay, so with that being the case now, we continue on more. We have gone through all of the information with them. We'll save after that, getting through all of that. So we rest there. Boola boola. And then we go on to, wait, to save, yeah. So, now, check up on the others. Oh, okay, we have to do this.
So, the masked person with Renoir, that's your sister?
Ooh. Oh, he's being silent about this one.
A hard leap to make.
Her name's Alicia.
Which is the name that he called you,
What's
so...
wrong with her? She wears a mask all the time, she never talks, and she's always staring.
She was trapped in a fire a long time ago. Damaged her face and her throat, so, yeah.
Damn.
Why did they come to see me?
I think facial injuries are probably the worst type of injuries because humans are such fickle, vain bastards that they'll never let it up. So even the slightest scar on a face is enough to make people end up feeling a bit recoiled. I know someone that genuinely had a problem talking to someone because they had a mole on their face that it just creeped them out enough that they just didn't want to do it. We're just vain feckers. So imagine that, having both your voice gone and horrific scarring on your face.
Don't know.
I mean, the mask is cool, but that's not
I'm
enough to
surprised
sustain the difference.
He told me. She helped me before. I thought she'd help me again, but it seems she's chosen a different side. Family is complicated, right?
Yeah.
Do you want the armband back?
What?
I feel like a fraud wearing it, given, you know.
Interesting.
Wear it anyway. You said you chose your side, right?
I did. You're not upset with me?
Strangely, no. I hate secrets, but Gustav always gave people the benefit of the doubt. Your actions are what matters.
Yeah, the advertisements are just hitting there, so I won't continue on from here until after that. So we'll just wait for the advertisements to finish and then we'll continue on. But interesting. I like this interaction so far. I'm probably the same as a person. I understand that you need to have secrets sometimes, but I do prefer the direct approach. Just tell me how you're feeling, tell me your issues. You know, go that way, go that route, more than anything else. Just while we're at that, continue this for a minute. Just have one or two things I need to check really quickly. There. There.
Not in the North Pole any longer.
My time to stop doing them. Okay, and with that, the advertisements have finished, so we're sound as a bell, and we can continue on.
Thanks.
For the quickest line back ever. Just a thanks. I mean, yeah, I'm probably of the same vein. That's how I end up feeling about it. Try to be as clear as you can, you know, do it that way. Write in Gustav's journal. Continue to update stuff. Finds a spot where she can write. I will say, the fact that it's always the same spot in this camp doesn't change at all is a bit... because we're closer to that now. But it's interesting. Old Lumiere, the city was transported to the continent of the ocean. I mean, fair enough. I don't really... if that's all the update they're going to end up giving, I don't really know why they do it. 2 axons on respective Ireland to forge a weapon that are able to beat them. Fair enough. Tower, for example, they could use that. But does not. Interesting. No bother, Doc. Enjoy your time away, and I welcome you back once you return, my friend. Don't do one thing I wouldn't do. um, Interesting that. I don't know how to feel. People exaggerate a lot how bad Dragon Ball Super was. It's an interesting point that when it comes down to that particular anime, because I have similar feelings about Dragon Ball Super as I do about Dragon Ball GT. I don't think it's as bad as people end up stating. However, I will say I think Super's worse than GT, and an awful lot of people would end up shooting me for that statement. Swim through the coral reefs. Nice! So we can swim into different areas now with Eskia. That's nice to know. Expedition Escape. Eskia can now take you to the continent from any expedition flag. I don't get what that means, but fair enough. So we are here. That's where we were. We'll worry about that later. Going back into Old Lumiere. Do we want to? I mean, why not? Because we might as well check the area that we missed. See if there's anything within that preceding area before we continue on. Oh, it literally is just the where the palace was. That's a nice ending point, to be honest. So there's nothing really there to look for. Okay, so we can continue to go on now for a bit. Well, we'll mount Eskia because it's just faster, to be honest. So we can swim through coral reefs. Does that mean we can... Yes, okay, fair enough. Literally, you can just go through them like that. It does destroy them. Oh, it does. Is there any reason to destroy them? Okay, so... that means we can continue on up this way and go through this cloud to find more information. It does also mean we can go back this way and go down through all of them. One is there, one is there. That's where we need to go. Yeah, screw it. We'll go around. We'll go around. So interesting, we can come here and there's a way to go onto this island, so we're going to. Because why not? And we'll get off of Eskia for a moment. Even though we didn't really need to. We will change our setup because the team we'll use is we'll drop Mael. I've forgotten how to do this. Okay, so we'll drop Mael and we'll bring Mononoke with us. Simply because we know that Mononoke, winning a battle, can get the legs. And this is obviously a battle. And I can almost guarantee it's something that Mononoke hasn't beaten because I don't remember seeing them. And we have Mononoke's legs not on you. Huh. Interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. So we have gotten these before, or they don't have something that Mononoke can take. That's interesting. So either we have beaten these before, or they have some, or they're just in a situation where they don't have something that Mononoke can take, which is surprising. Oh. Diabolical. Absolutely diabolical.
Brilliant light.
As much as I prefer to not actually keep Mononoke alive, I think we need to. getting them on the field. I mean, that's one way of putting it. Oh, shit. So, this has determined something rather unfortunate. And that is something that we've all already known. But a sad truth of the fact of me as a person and as a content creator. I am, unfortunately, notoriously shite at gaming. I am also notoriously stubborn and will go straight back into that fight again. Even though I don't actually see a benefit to me going into the fight, I'm going to go back into it. Okay, that is interesting. The way back up on that is cruel and unfortunate. I'm also using my L, even though I wasn't meant to. Even though I don't need to now because Mononoko doesn't actually get anything off this fight, so I'm better going the way that I am, but still, that's not what I wanted to do, so interesting. Of course, of course, of course, of course. I have to get better. I have to get better at the timing of these. Unbelievable.
Bring it on.
So when it goes gray like that, it's a gradient counter. So it's always a gradient counter when it's gray. Even so, it's jumping when it goes the other color. Yes, yes, yes. So those dodges were meant to be gradient counters because it's gray. So that's where I made my mistake the last time. So I need to remember that for the next time. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do we go back to Mononoko? I mean, yeah, screw it. I know it doesn't really matter. Go young bitch, you can travel the world. I love Eskie, to be honest. I love his design. I love his attitude and the whole lot. It basically is a balloon. He's a balloon that is kind of a chicken. Oh wait, no, that is the image that Mononoko can get something off of him. I knew I was getting my images wrong. Okay. That was foolish. Okay, so... flying around the world on tanks giving dinner is wild. He needs to be basted a bit more. I agree with you, but he needs to be basted a bit more. Why does he get another go? Do I have something on him that lets him play again? Because that's interesting. I mean, more or less, yeah. I mean, I'm so wonderful that I'm always the stuffing.
Get ready.
I wouldn't mind I'd lost it on the easiest bloody bit. God, the timing on that is way too generous. I should have been hit. I should have been hit there. That was far too generous for me. Genuinely, I should have been hit. I should not have gotten away with that. That's insane. That's insanity. I told that same thing to the girl. For the grace of the chat and for my good demeanor, I shall refuse to comment and only say based. Ing. Are you streaming tonight yourself anyway, Benny? The good one, the great one, the wise one. Are you streaming tonight yourself? Happy out. What are you planning on doing tonight? If you don't mind me asking. I shall. Interesting. Well, that's just good. I think we do that. Thank you, gentlemen and Scala. Oh, I needed that. I done the stretch myself, so I'll refund you the stretch, but I'll do the rest. Thank you so much. Oh. Anyway, we got new feet there. 2 good ones for Mononoko. Luckily, Craic ain't watching a game and celebrating a goal. Yeah, I lost a bit on that one, but fair enough. Are these mines? Oh, okay.
The fun begins.
That's one word for what's going to end up happening here, Mononoko. Probably not the one I'd end up using, but that's one word for it. It has to hit for it to work, so we're actually better going with emulsification.
Feel the burn.
Let's carve a path.
Crap. Okay, good. Hand-to-hand combat. If we miss, we die! We done that good enough that we could have... Well, it would help if I clicked the right button. Would certainly help if we hit the right button. Hexia Crash. Applies defenseless. Why not?
Now's our chance.
Do we bring Gustav back to life? Or do we do the elemental trick? I think we do the elemental trick.
Elements converge.
Like that, yeah. Strange combo, so that's... I had most of that timing done bad at the end there. Unfortunate. Wrong one! Nice. I die.
Now the fun begins.
Sorry, I failed.
Strange combo again, okay?
I'd love it, darling.
Crikey. So, we're gonna have to kill the mimes again. No point. Absolutely no points. We're going to go back into the mime file again, because you always get something of good value out of the mimes. So I actually don't mind facing them. Oh yeah, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 2 came out there, or 3 and 4 remakes came out there, and supposedly have been selling decently. Honestly, when it comes down to Tony Hawk, I think the only game that would get me to play it again is if they'd done a remake of Tony Hawk Underground. But I'm actually a fan of the Tony Hawk franchise, so I wouldn't mind getting them, but we'll see.
A storm is coming.
People are idiots too. I'm just after hearing a statement there that that Juventus have agreement on personal terms with Jadon Sancho. We already knew that. It's just whether or not the arsehole will end up going to them. Like whether or not the United will get the wage that they want.
Here we go.
I played a bit of that game. I did not like that game at all. At all, if I'm honest. Simpsons skateboarding. But it didn't help that there really isn't a good player to play in that game, unfortunately. What? I think the funniest thing about that game, and I only found this out after the fact, is that Homer in that game can't jump, can't do any jumps, and as a result of which half of the techniques in the game are not available to Homer, and that is astonishing to me. That's a thing. Well, that's what I get for being cheeky. We revive her straight away.
Sorry, I failed.
Simpsons Crazy Taxi was a mega hard to play. It was a complete clone of Crazy Taxi. Like down to the there's nothing different about it. Like the gameplay of that game is 100% Crazy Taxi that came out, I think, 6 months beforehand. I think it was only 6 months the difference between the two games.
Elements converge.
Let's carve a path.
Game, you're trying to piss me off.
Luna, careful.
I'll do it.
Yeah, but to be fair, the original version of Crazy Taxi that it's based on is ridiculously hard as well, because it literally is the arcade game just reinterpreted back out. Like there's nothing new about that game. It's literally just the arcade game pasted straight back into the world, unfortunately. It says it can break.
Your turn to shine.
Interesting. Huh.
Get ready.
Fair enough. I would love to see a remake of Hit and Run happen, to be honest. I love Hit and Run with all my passion. I could never beat the final mission of it, much to my chagrin, but I love that game, Hit and Run. If you've ever played it, I'd say you probably feel the same as me. Strikers. did break it. Cool. So now that he's broken... Yeah, now we can do actual damage to him. Nice.
Your turn to dance.
Cool. So, I once kicked Marge outside of Homer's house, and she went so high it took a while for her to hit the ground. True story. There's loads of interesting stuff like that you can do in that game. Hit and run is another example of spaghetti code put together, and I know Katie would get upset if I was talking about drama, but she isn't here, so it doesn't really matter. It's why I find the pirate software situation that's happening at the moment really, really funny. Because, specifically this bit, that all of his code is crap. In gaming, especially as a solo developer, where you're the only one maintaining your stuff, it doesn't matter if your code is crap. Especially for offline games. Like... Undertale is one of the most horribly written pieces of code ever, and it's a phenomenal game. So, like, I find that hilariously funny. Like, hit and run is not a well defined, it's not a well put together game, but like, it's buggy, it has multitude of issues, but it's fun as hell, and that's all that matters. Son of an emerald whore. Yes, Pirate Software is a Twitch streamer who has been getting in a lot of controversy for the last wee while. His current one is he was an avid, and still is, an avid disagreeer with the Stop Killing Games initiative, and gave a bit of misinformation about it, and refuses to state that the information that he gave was misinformation, and then on top of that, has been so, what's the word I'm looking for, meticulously arrogant about the entire situation, that basically it makes him appear like the biggest asshole in the world. I couldn't give a rat's ass about that, to be honest. If he's an asshole, he's an asshole. If he acts like an asshole, act like an asshole. I honestly couldn't give two ends of a dog's bollocks about that. But, you know, no, which Ubisoft shtick is this, Duck? I unfortunately have missed this. Caster bloody connect. Christ. Cool. It's connected to all of them, so I need that so that I don't miss anyone on any of the other platforms. The change in EULA agreement. I haven't seen it. Do you mind letting me know exactly what the change is? Because I honestly haven't seen it. I have no idea what it is at all, if I'm honest with you. What did the change in the agreement? Okay, I'll look at that 1 second.
Oh, really?
To where if they revoke the license, stop supporting your games, etc., you have to destroy all your copies and all your versions of said game, whether digital or physical. Well, they can't do that for the physical. Legally, they can't do that for the physical. Even in the terms and conditions, that's illegal. You can't do that. So even if it's stated in the terms and conditions, that's horse manure. You can't do it. But fair enough for them to say it. As for the other aspects of it, well, that's why Stop Killing Games is becoming a thing in order to ensure that practices such as that can't be done. I'm not shocked that that's something that Ubisoft have said that they want to end up implementing. Genuinely, I'm not. They have ways to revoke access to you playing the games too, if they were so inclined to. Only if it's digital. But that's again the point. If it's an online game, that's an entirely different kettle of fish. Because you can stop the access to an online game whenever you want to, because it's online and the capabilities for the servers need to go up. People will find ways of doing it privately, but they can end up doing it that way. But yeah, I understand that.
Meet your reckoning.
That move done stuff to the bloody stuff to him, even though wait, we want heavy break damage. Okay, fair enough. So it's interesting. It's stupid. It's phenomenally stupid, I'll admit. Thing to put into your in any way, shape, or form. It's phenomenally stupid. But I don't. I'm sure I saw a way of doing it offline too.
Careful now.
I mean, it depends. There are ways of doing it. Because you could connect your game up to a server in order to allow a patch to come into place. So, like, you know, the way that, and I know the advertisements are gone, so if you get hit with it, an advertisement, let me know and I'll re-say my point. But, basically, unless they patched the game and you accepted the patch, there would be no physical way for them off of an offline game to patch out the elements that would end up coming into place. So, for a single-player offline game, Duck, it wouldn't be possible for them to rip that from it. So, they'd have to instigate a patch. Even if they did instigate a patch, you would be able to revert the patch. So it would work that way. There are ways around it. Like, technically speaking, in the... I think it's Ubisoft as well. It says in their terms and conditions that you are licensed the game, you don't own the game, and that they can take and stop access to the game whenever you want to. That's been a thing in Ubisoft for years, and people have just accepted it. But that's mainly for their online games, like Final Fantasy XIV, where they turn around and say if you're abusive on Final Fantasy XIV, they can just go and wipe your character, wipe your access, wipe all of that. Because of your demeaning behavior and stuff like that, which I kind of agree with. If you're playing a massively multiplayer game, and these have Mononoke's foot thing. Interesting, so good that we used the Mononoke. If you are being a pesky arsehole on an MMO type game like Final Fantasy XIV, you deserve to end up getting poked for it. Honestly, in my opinion. If you're being an arse in one of those type of games, you deserve to be called out for it. If you're being abusive, if you're causing issues, if you're breaking the terms and conditions that have been set in front from you, and you know what they are and you consistently break them, yes, your access should be taken away in that format and only that format. If you get me, that might make a lot of sense. Maybe you don't, but yeah, that's my viewpoint on it. We need a break, so... Cool. Does that make sense, Senior Duck? Or did everything I just say there go over your head and sound like absolute horse malarkey? God damn it. Ooh, we can kill. Oh, I say we can kill. Holy crap. I was expecting that to do a lot more damage. That's interessante. have I been watching any new anime? I have, in fact. On this particular season, I've decided to look at a couple of animes that are starting to come out this particular season. So it's complete tripe, but I'm interested in the concept. So I started watching, and I need to get the name of it here. Apocalypse Bringer, Ganra, which is basically the idea of a kid gets isekai'd into a brand new world where he was playing the game before he passed away. Now, the kid had a debilitating illness in his original life and got isekai'd into the main role of the player that he was playing. Thing is, he is the main villain of the game. And as a result of which, this really nice kid who's really innocent and doesn't like to hurt people and doesn't like to do that is the Lord of Ruin and needs to end up starting that situation. And I like the idea of it. It's tripe, complete tripe, but I like the idea of it and interested in how it's going around with it. The last episode is out now and I haven't watched it yet. I was watching The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows, which is also tripe, but interesting because the characters' interactions with the way that he ends up doing with the world. And I was watching The Unaware Altier Meister, which is also tripe, but I love characters who are so nice and innocent that they get lost in the wayside. I was a kid from the final villager from the final town or final dungeon is another one of them that's really, it's crap, but it's really good at the same point in time. To me, I should know. But what about yourself? Are you watching anything at the moment? There's a couple of interesting Chinese anime out at the moment. That I know none of the names of because I haven't watched any of them, much to my chagrin. But I like that the Chinese market is getting to showcase more of their own anime as opposed to just doing a load of Japanese anime and nobody knowing because they've been voluptuous. Interesting. Because they've been Dr. Stone news. This is the last season, isn't it? This is the last season of Dr. Stone. Or am I incorrect on that? Actually, it's something I need to pick up. I haven't watched any of Dr. Stone. I have words about that bloody show. I have words about that show, and I won't comment. Amanda, it has been too long. My dear, my beauty, my wonder, my soul, it has been so long. I am praised to end up seeing you. One of these is needed. How are you doing? Let us know your craziest news, my friend. What's a crack-a-lackin'? I shall on about that. I'm not changing this. Vice burn on self. Interesting. I prefer this for the moment. Interesting. Interesting. Do you have anything good here? Lightning, fire skills cost 1 less. Casting a skill increases the skill damage of all other elements by that. Resets. I don't think I need that. Cool. I have survived another flight to Russia. Well, happy out. I'm glad to hear it. And how are things with you over there, if you don't mind me asking? Is it all grand? Is it all good? Is it all rosy? Do let us know. I hope it's going well. Oh, Duck. Oh, Duck. I love that abomination. That abomination of a show. I love that abomination of a show. That is the text. If you're an anime fan or you're not an anime fan, and you've heard the word being used as trash anime or señor garbage, that is garbage anime. But that anime has some of the nicest animation you'll ever end up having. It is spectacular to a stupid degree. I recommend everyone end up watching it. And then an extra little point for that anime is I was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so I could take time perfecting my magic abilities. The really, really funny thing about that show is that originally the author of the manga wanted Lloyd, who is the main character, to be a girl, which is the reason why he looks so feminine, because it was literally drawn to be a girl. The editors turned around and said that won't sell, so we need to end up changing it. So that's the reason why Lloyd looks so feminine, if you were curious as to why that was the case, Senior Duck. That is astonishingly crap. I know season 2 is out now, the first episode is out now, but I love every bit of that. We're going to fight this boss, by the way, and we're probably going to lose, but who cares? But yeah, interesting. Sorry, you literally sparked me with happiness talking about that load of fecal exchange. Yes, sir, all is going well with the apartment and stuff. I had some pre-flight anxiety, but because of the... Well, I'm glad to hear you got through okay. How long are you staying in Russia now? Is this permanent for you now, Amanda? Or is it just there for a little bit period of time, or how things end up going? I don't blame you, Duck. But I haven't seen the new episode. I know that he meets his sister. I'm looking forward to it. It seems to have the same animation quality based on the stills that I've seen. And that is enjoyable to me. By the way, this looks awesome, this boss. 11 days, not too bad. Well, I hope it all goes well. The chromatic Monsieur. Oh, long combo, okay. Where's the timing on that? But no, I'm happy to hear. I hope the 11 days go well for you. I hope there's no issues. And it's a pleasure to see that you're back in, my friend. Have your journeys been going well have your journeys been going well for the times that you've been over there? Den, my friend, is DJing at a Spa Francorchamps, so I'm ditching the Ajax pre-season in Como for the F1. I would love to go to that, so I hope it's a good time. Send some image if you have them, by the way. Don't be forcing yourself to do this when you're going to enjoy an event. But if you have any images of that event when you're at it, please post them into the Discord. I'd love to end up seeing it. One of the things I'd love to end up going to is the Beatboxing Championship in London, one of the days that it's on. Or if I had the money, Tomorrowland, but that's an entirely different kettle of fish. Okay. Please, crit. You useless bastardo. I'll wait the second season of Kai reluctantly. Why would you be reluctant to Kaiju no 8? Because it's not a bad series, to be fair to it. The animation is a bit wonky, especially towards the end, but it's not bad. The story is fairly good in the whole lot. I'm also wondering, how do you find the Lord of Mysteries? I haven't started watching it yet. But I've heard it's, what's the word I'm looking for? I've heard it's interesting.
Let's carve a path.
Fair enough.
I'll use your fire.
I mean, one series that's out...
Incoming.
Combo on the one that we don't want the long combo on. Oh, Mr. Chit.
Attack.
I'm gonna run out of revival. Especially if I do it on the wrong person. Okay. The dub is yet to release. It's meant to be simulcast. Interesting. I haven't watched To Be Hero X yet. It's another one of the Chinese ones, so I'll be interested to end up watching it. I'm glad that Donowa are actually getting publicity in the whole lot, because the Chinese animation market is doing phenomenal. I hate giving China any publicity in terms of sparking glow, because of the country's viewpoint on it, but at the same point in time, it deserves to end up getting the publicity, because the animation quality is phenomenal at them, and it deserves to be called out. So, yeah.
Time for
Where are we?
swing.
What? Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Tomorrowland is good. I've been going since 2015. Well, I'm skipping this year because it's getting a little boring. Why? Why, Amanda would just say it's boring? And how the hell have you been able to afford going to it every year since 2015? Aren't the tickets something like 3K a bloody pop? Or something like that, or am I just delulu on the price of tickets for Tomorrowland? I'm more than happy to be told I'm delulu in this particular case. The average image per... Yeah, I heard it's bonkers. It's beautiful to see, but I heard it's bonkers. Okay. I wouldn't mind. The timing on that is not that bad. I haven't started... Oh, you know what? Kill me. There's no point. Come on. I haven't watched the new season of Solo Leveling yet. I love that webcomic with all my heart, and believe the webcomic should end up getting some love and get looked at more often as well. But I enjoyed what I've watched so far of it. I've watched up until the Ant arc. If we're past the Ant arc and we're actually into like the next season of it, then that's nice to know. I didn't realize it was that soon happening. But I love that show, Solo Leveling. I love that story and the whole lot. My sister worked for them for a lot of years, and we got the top tickets. So ours were. So you got a 13K ticket for free. I am beyond jealous. I am beyond jealous. Okay, so the head turns first. Yes, okay, fine. I have watched up to where you're on about, so. I'm not a massive fan of how they done the Ant arc, to be honest, because I don't think it was right, and I can never to give Beru so much offense against Sun, because Beru, Sun at that point in time is meant to be so much stronger than Beru that it's not even funny. So. So, like, it didn't matter at the end of the day, but I do think Beru shouldn't have been shown to be as strong as Sun. I know at the end of the day, it didn't matter because Sun literally one-shotted him once he actually started being serious, but it's still a bit of an interesting change. Amanda! allow me to first of all turn around and say that I wish I was you. And second of all, allow me to say for letting me know the level of awesomeness you got to experience. And apologize in advance, but it needs to be stated. Due to the level of awesomeness you experienced, you can...
Off is the direction you can fuck.
They altered the story implication that the Japanese S-Class hunters. Not... I don't know if I agree with that. Fuck me! You know what? It's already a bad start. I'm gonna let myself die. But it makes sense because well, I don't know about that now. I don't. To be honest, why do you think it altered the dynamics between the Japanese S-Class heroes? Because at that point in time, the Japanese S-Class heroes were always meant to be weak. Even in the webcomic, they got destroyed. Like the guy who ended up dying died as fast as he did. The one thing I don't like about both the webcomic and the anime is the fact that they don't mention why Sung doesn't go and revive that S-Class hero. But other than that, I don't get where you think they altered it in that way. But yeah, no, Amanda, you can fuck off. I'm joking, of course.
Ready to evade.
Turns its head, and damn it! Timing on that head turn. I don't mind using the skill now, because that one is me learning. The first one was just net ignorance. But I believe an extra survived on the Japan. Nope, 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 not at all. Duck, not at all. In the manga, everyone who survived. No extra ones did. Only one Japanese S-Class hero that went onto the island survived, and that's the case in the manga as well. It's because in his eyes they are good people, and he only makes bad, deserving people. Well, not that one. He knew that one that ended up going out was bad because he knows that they ended up going back to it, and he had a good amount of power. He specifically sent that one out in order to get killed. So on that particular S-Class hero who was treating everyone like an asshole, he knew was an asshole. So it's the only one where it doesn't make sense. Not that it matters, but short combo. So nope. Yep. Well, that's what I get for trying to parry it instead of doing the actual way I should have. We'll bring Mononoke back because we want them to not attack her.
Monoka, get ready.
Oops. Okay. Are you sure about that? I don't think so. Yeah, they did off-screen them. Because you just see them in the plane. I don't think so. I'm not gonna die on that hill, but I don't think so. Because you only see the one on the plane. Yeah, I do not have the timing of the short at all. Okay. I'm going to bring in the reserves because I want to try and get the timing. I also probably shouldn't be fighting this boss yet, even though I did do more damage to it earlier on. Okay. So it's going to do the short combo, which means it is... Nope. Fair enough. But yes, if you're willing to... It's not worth 13k. I mean, I'd love to meet him as well, but it's not worth 13k. Now, with that being said, if you have the 13k to spend it, there's nothing wrong with spending the 13k. Do you think so? Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a shame your friend isn't still working there. I would end up abusing my power dynamic in order to get the ticket off you and go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I would definitely abuse the power dynamic to get that. That wasn't even an attempt, Crack. That wasn't even an attempt. Okay, so we're missing one. That's annoying. Nope. Okay. It also does have Mononoko's symbol on it, so we do actually need Mononoko in the party. I'll try this one more time. And if I die again... Like, one-shotting me, I don't care about it. I'm used to that. It's about whether or not I can do enough damage. And the only way I know that is if Lune can end up getting off the elemental genesis yet. Otherwise, I'll have to come back. But what do you think makes it worth the 15k? What about it, in your opinion, is worth 15k? Because 15k seems like an awful lot to spend even on that. I think for once in a lifetime experience... Oh, fair enough. That's fair enough. I've heard someone use the same term of logic to warrant the first class ticket on an airplane, on one of the Air Etihad airplanes. So I can understand why people would have that opinion. I don't tend to agree with it. But hey, if you have the money, who gives a shit? You have the money. Go for him. Shit, I don't have the timing for this. Yep. Wrong one, Crack!
Bring it on. That's more like it. So much power.
Okay, so at least we kind of have the timing down for the short. Kind of. We're gonna find out whether or not we have it in a second, considering, yeah.
Ready to evade.
Okay, so it's... Nope. Okay. It is when he lifts up his weapon, but it's a matter of where when he lifts up his weapon for that one. So what was your favorite experience going to it, Amanda? And who was your favorite artist to both end up seeing perform live, and considering you got to speak to one or two of them to actually speak to?
That's more like it.
Fuck off. Cheers AI for this. I don't see what this is, Duck, so you'll have to either post it again or state what it is. Okay, cool. So we're gonna find out now what the damage percentile is. Hopefully this time. Okay, cool. Attack him. Nope. Okay. Okay, well, we've dodged them, so that's good. Now the long combo. It's on Gustav, so I don't care. Still want to dodge them, mind you, but I don't care. Up and now. And now. Okay. A unique and novel purchase for 15k could be a partialized handcrafted carousel horse. This combines the whimsical appeal of a carousel horse with the luxury of bestowed craftsmanship, potentially making it a one of a kind. Certainly a high-end interactive art installation designed for a specific space, which could be novel and memorable purchase. Fair enough! I'm sure there are people who spent it on that. Probably the year I didn't know I had food. No comment. No comment. Absolutely no comment, Amanda. In a minute, by the way, once the advertisement ends coming back, we find out if there's any point in continuing with this boss. If Elemental Genesis does sweet FA to this boss, then we continue on and come back to it later on. So would you still have access to go to it this year, Amanda? Or, like, would you actually need to be spending to go to it now as well? Also, I understand you probably got caught by the advertisement, but still. This is kind of why Kick is superior to Twitch at the moment. You don't have any advertisements on that. I will say, one thing I'm really interested to see is the Twisted Metal show when that ends up coming out. That looks phenomenal, and I can't wait to see how that actually ends up going, that Twisted Metal show. Also, now we find out, is there any point in continuing with this boss? This boss
Off is a direction you can fuck.
That's it? Holy crap. Maybe we need to break it in order to get proper damage, but I ain't good. But maybe I'm good enough to do. I can definitely, with enough practice, dodge all of those moves. But at the same point in time, screw that. We'll go back to it later on. Screw every shade of that. We'll go back to it later on. Yeah, Kiss. I need to get that into a shirt. I need to get that into a shirt because it's such a true statement. Kiss the right side of me left arse cheek so much. So why didn't we get here earlier? Oh yeah, that's why. Okay. Well, we're going into another fight straight away. Okay. I think actually Mononoke, yeah, Mononoke is... Oh, that one. Interesting. You have them, so I think... We're not... I think... Woo! Furia Esque, thank you so much for the raid. How is life treating you, my friend? How did the stream end up going? What were you doing? Just giving you the shout out now, so just bear with us 1 second. There we go, my friend. Thank you so much for the raid. I genuinely appreciate it. What's a crack-a-lackin' with you? How is it all going? You are a generational talent for coming into the stream now. Thank you so much. This is one I need to end up setting up for myself so that I can click it here on the side, but this is for you, my friend. What you're streaming yourself, let us know. Judgment is here. You stand accused of being an absolute legend. Well, thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to have all of you here. I hope that the stream ended up going great for you. I am here getting fissured 10 ways to Sunday in some of these boss fights, but happy to continue at them. We just finished Clair Obscur. We had to see someone else at it. Well, not too bad. Where are you on it now? I am just after facing Renoir at Old Lumiere. I hope that didn't spoil anything for you. If it did, my deepest apologies. But, and if it didn't, then I'm not speaking any more about it. Well, fair enough. Then this didn't spoil any of it. Yeah, just after facing Renoir at Old Lumiere, and I ended up using the combination of Elemental Trick and Elemental Genesis in order to cheese that fight, because I couldn't figure out how to dodge him. Blockbuster, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. What's a crack-a-lackin' with you? Is all going good? Is all going grand? 2 raids straight after each other. So how did you find it? A bigger question for you, and it has been spoiled on me. So which ending did you go for, if you don't mind me asking? Did you go for the right ending, or did you go for the other one? And yes, I will critique you based on which one you went with, because it's already been spoiled to me on what the endings are. Much to my chagrin.
Elements converge.
Oops. Yep. Yep, that's the wrong ending. Yeah. Like, I know the game is all about grief, but you're just wrong if you go for Mael. It's a very selfish ending going for Mael. I know she's happy, and she deserves to be happy after the life that she's had, but crikey, like... Yeah. Now, one of the things I am going to attempt to do, attempt being the massive word here, is I'm going to attempt to fulfill Mononoko's dream and get all of the lovely feet. I can't promise that I'm going to end up doing it, but I'm going to attempt it. Now, are you doing any of the side no bother, my friend. Thank you so much for the raid. Maybe I'll end up seeing you again in the future. I'll follow you back, and I'll see whether or not I can end up getting into your stream at any point in time. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm glad that you ended up enjoying it. That's concerning. Oh! Even more concerning when you don't pay attention. So what's your favorite foot? So far, mine is the AP management. Take it out of context. Take everything out of context. There are some regions of the internet that'll be very happy I asked you that question. I kid, by the way. Oh, I didn't realize he absorbs as well. Interesting. I must say, I like Mononoko. I don't like the idea that he has to be in the squad in order to get the feat. I genuinely think he should be allowed to be in the background and like in the reserve and get the feat. I understand the need to, because the thing that annoys me about him needing to be in the active squad is there isn't, and maybe there is and I'm just blind, there isn't a swap mechanic that means I can swap one of these characters for Mononoko. So that means you have to do pretty much every boss fight with Mononoko, otherwise you're going to miss him. Well, like, I know that there isn't a single character in this that isn't busted. So, like, I know that the Elemental Genesis is just 10 shades to busted, which is why it's really annoying I don't have the AP for it. And I know that Verso can basically just be an infinite weapon boy with his weapons. So I've been spoiled a bit because TikTok is a pain in the arse. But I like Verso, but the thing that annoys me about Verso is I preferred Gustav's playstyle. Boom, and I used to be able to do that perfectly. Fuck it, let's revive her. So who would your favorite character be? Who did you end up playing with the most? Because Lune, to me, is just a really interesting character. Above everything else, she's just really, really interesting. Ooh, nice. So what did we end up? I used Lune for all the merchant fights. Interesting. I've used Mael for all of them thus far. Now, to be fair, we'll see what ends up happening now that I have arguably one of the most busted setups you can get. Interesting. That's good for Mael. I didn't use Mael at all. Really? Oh, Mael can be busted 10 shades to busted if you figure her out right. Like everyone, to be honest, but... Anyways. Okay. So we got weapon upgrades out of that, but there doesn't appear to be anything else on this island. You missed me failing at a boss, by the way, for a good 40 minutes before this. So, enjoy that. CL is interesting. I like CL's mechanics quite a lot, but I can understand why you'd use her as the reserve, because until I got this particular weapon, and whether or not it's her best weapon, I can't tell you, the Santillon, which basically means that you Scun Seals give you 10 foretell straight away, I hated using her. And even now, she's still in the background for me, but I like, in terms of characterization, I think I probably like her characterization the most out of everyone so far, because she's just a snippy bitch. And I love it. I love how snippy she is at Verso at the moment, and it's beautiful. Well, happy out. What the? Okay, so there has to be something here, surely. Yeah. Of course, my favorite character and everyone's favorite character, and you're just wrong if you don't say this is your favorite character. The best character is Eskia. Eskia is the best character. You're just wrong if it isn't Eskia. I'm sorry. You're just fundamentally wrong if it isn't Eskia.
Violence, yes.
I've been keeping him in the main squad because I pretty much have to, because I don't know what enemies I don't have his foot for. But I haven't yet found the proper skills I want for him to make him warranted at being there. For the moment, for me, and to be fair, I haven't found that many of them yet, he is significantly weaker than the alternative options currently for me. But we'll see what ends up happening. Time changes all of that, so. I used his ice attack or whatever a lot. I forgot the other ones I used a lot. Ah! But I... Oh. Did you? Why? What happened in Cyprus, Samantha, that you almost perished? I don't know, what an over-dramatic way to put that, too. I mean, I do like I do like the customability that he ends up having. The fact that you can basically make him into anything you want. Like he is, I don't know the name of the I don't know the name of the type in Final Fantasy, but he I think it's a red mage, is it? Slams the ground, so we need to jump. He is basically that mage that can do anything that you want to, which is interesting. I'll admit. Long combo, okay. We had just learnt this long bloody combo against the big boss that's literally identical to this crack. We went out for dinner. I finished a whole... The steak was so good, it almost killed you, is what you're basically saying to me, Amanda. I don't know whether to feel horrified that that happened to you, or incredibly angry that the steak was that nice. Ooh. Tree can break. No, we keep it what we have. For now, anyways.
An advantage.
Ooh. Against defenseless enemies. We don't have... well, we need to put it on someone anyway just to unlock it. But we don't have defenseless put on anyone yet. So, yeah, do that. We didn't miss... Did we get any other ones? No. So yeah, that's that gotten. I know it's stupid. By the way, I've been spoiled in a few things by this, so I know it's stupid to do cleanup now, when we get the flying skill later on, and like missing stuff like this where he dives down. But I do just want to go around cleaning up. This is how I'd end up playing the game if I wasn't spoiled, going around cleaning up all of this crap now, because I'm a tit. But, you know, still. Also didn't realize But hey, at least everything was okay after the fact, my friend. I tried a few times, and then got hammered 10 shades to crap. So I will come back to it, unfortunately. I know it's really, really worth. I know he's worth it, but I literally was doing 100 damage to him, and he was one-shotting me. So maybe with Luna now having this particular set of skills, I might be able to do it. But I'm not strong enough yet. Yeah. I'm still... I don't know where I am in Act 2, but I'm still in Act 2. We'll get rid of you immediately, because I don't know what the hell you are. So that's what I get. That's what I get for pouting. Yes, I do. And it doesn't help that I'm literally taking my time and being a bit daft about it, but I enjoy it. I'm enjoying the game. I think it's game of the year myself. Out of everything that I've seen thus far, I hope you've enjoyed it as much as you have. How many hours have you in the game, if you don't mind me asking? Oh yeah. The way I'm playing it, unfortunately, probably isn't the best way for streaming it. But in the good old words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, if you have a problem with that, then
Off is a direction you can fuck.
But yeah. No, I'm enjoying it. How did you find Interstellar, Amanda? A phenomenal movie, genuinely. I love that movie with a passion. To be honest, primarily for its soundtrack, I must admit. I think I'm gonna say something that'll get me shot. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's the perfection that an awful lot of people state it is.
Your turn to die.
Jumps. But yeah. XX Bob, thank you so much for the follow. You are a gent and a scholar. What's a crack-a-lackin' with you? How is your Tuesday going? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going saucy? What's the crack, my friend? I appreciate the follow so much. And to everyone that came in with the raids, by the way, I appreciate any of you that have stuck around. Because why the hell would you? But thank you so much either way. At the end, trying to understand what happened, but then I got it. Yeah, I would actually rewatch it again at some point. I think that is, for an actor that I don't have great time for, I think the display by Matthew McConaughey, that is so loud. That is unbelievably loud. But the acting chops of Matthew McConaughey in that movie is one of the best showcases of brilliance by an actor I don't think has it I've ever seen.
Not looking good.
Yeah, we have to heal ourselves. Otherwise we're gonna die. I'll look at that statement in a second. Just bear with me a minute. Cool. Cool. Are they gonna shoot?
Ready.
Yes. Nope. Nope, because we need Mononoko alive. You know, an awful lot of people end up pronouncing it that way, but I'll ask the same of yourself. Is yours Persniski? It's pronounced crack, as in the crack. I'm Irish, so you know the as in a good time, the crack. So stated that way. So attacking the crack centrally is basically the whole point about it. It's a pun on words, would you believe it? But yes, no. No worries to end up doing it. An awful lot of people end up pronouncing it wrong. One particular streamer that I ended up doing some simul work with consistently pronounces it as craic. As craic. And then awful people pronounce it as Craig. I don't have a problem. Pronounce it however you want to. You can call me Attack either, should you want to. But, you know, and ask anything you want to. Piers. As in Piers Morgan. Fair play to you. I think I might have offended you with that statement. I feel I would need to understand it more. You know, the funny thing about it is, it's not... Not Piers. So, how do you pronounce that Piers? Is there, like, a father over it, which would end up helping me pronounce it more? Because I'm guessing Piers is the actual dock that ends up coming down to it. Like, are you going for Pierre? Like the French, Pierre. Like, would Pierre be closer to how it's meant to be in terms of the pronunciation of it? I actually think, Amanda, that Interstellar isn't actually that complicated of a movie. It just seems that way because it's so mind-bending and twisty for the beginning of it. Okay, so let's try and figure it out. How to pronounce... Let's search this up. How to pronounce... And yes, I will stall the stream in order to figure this out. Purge. Then spell it with a feckin' U! Spell it with a U! Purse or purrs? Fair enough. Yeah, sorry for shouting at your name, but if it's pronounced purrs, spell it with a bloody U. I'm guessing you're a cat person. No, that's the two cat leg. Well, I'm happy to oblige. That's the end of saying. I'm happy to oblige. I wonder if you can shoot the fire orbs out of the sky. There's no excuse for that being that loud. There's no excuse for that shooting sound effect to be that loud. Also, I wish there was a pickup here so they didn't have to keep traveling to the goddamn island. So do you stream yourself, Purrs, or were you just playing it offline and you were in Fury's chat just enjoying them watching it as well? Or you do? Not too bad. So tell us a bit about yourself and I'll give you a shout out. I'll give you the shout out there. But tell us a bit about yourself. What would you normally end up streaming? Because I like to end up spreading the love wherever I can. And give out as much, you know, situations to everyone that's around there. So tell us a bit about your stream. If you want to. I mean, obviously, you don't have to. Free advertisement, though. Yes, that has been resistant there. How did we kill you in one go the last time? What did we do? I think we used this. Nope, wasn't that. Definitely wasn't that. God. God damn it. God, why is the timing so different? I also watched a really good docu-series. I believe it's called Vietnam, the War That Changed America. Interesting. Interesting. I'd love to watch that, because I wouldn't really know... The perspective on why that war changed America could be interpreted many different ways, so I might end up having a gawk at that and see. Now, and for the last couple of years, I've been playing a lot more short indie games. But stream on the laptop, so I'm limited. OBS doesn't like newer games and bigger games. I understand that. If you're into your roguelike games, it has an interesting kind of style to it. I would recommend... give me a second now. It's a small indie game that I started playing. They're off stream at the moment. There is After Image, which is a kind of animated 2D Metroidvania kind of blasphemous type game. And then the other one is Blade Assault, which is interesting because the characters are just arseholes. I started Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. That one's a roguelike. Interesting. Let me search that up because I don't know what it is. Ads are about to happen now in a second, by the way, so that's one of the reasons why I'm stalling, in case you're wondering. When the advertisements end up going on, we play a little bit of music and just wait for them to go through. So, do I have that? So, get rid of this, and then Lost in Random. Interesting. That looks incredible. Although any character that ends up having that mask, to me, is immediately, and I can never remember the name of the bloody character, immediately reminds me of the female character from Hollow Knight. This is basically... Okay, so that looks incredibly like Hades and Curse of the Crypt. Reminds me insanely of Hades. Interesting. That looks interesting. That looks interesting. I might have to pop in the next time you're live. I'll give you a follow there and see you playing that. That looks interesting. It does look insanely like Hades, though. The first Lost in Random was more RPG. I really enjoyed that one too. Interesting. I might have a look and see what they're more like. I've never heard of that franchise before, so it's definitely intriguing to end up hearing about it. I won't spoil it for you, but it's from the respected people in the documentary from both sides. Are a lot. Well, it's nice that it has both sides to it. That's definitely something that I think ends up getting missed upon quite a bit. Oh, I didn't share it either. For those of you that want to, for when I go live or anything of that description, I have a Discord here. You can join it. It's a showcase for when I go live. You can also promote your own streams on it there as well, should you want to. Please feel free to do so if you want to. But yeah, it's beautiful. You're lucky to be able to try. I hope you're enjoying it. Cool. I'm playing other things now, but I'll definitely be going back to that one. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. I did it at the start of the stream. I forgot to pin it. Skull, unfortunately. I went to all of the other apps. So I have it pinned on Kick. I have it pinned on YouTube. It'll get you banned if you do it on TikTok. So I don't have it done on TikTok. But I had it pinned on all of the other variants. I just didn't pin it on this one. Because craic is a tit and a tit is a tit. I'm actually semi-tempted, to be honest, to stop doing ads on Twitch, but it helps me in some way with monetary capabilities. Tiny amounts, but it's still nice to have it. But I'm also playing... Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I own that, so let's have another gawk again. I have a whopping 1,300 games on Steam, so it wouldn't shock me if I have it or I don't. Let's have a gawk there. I don't. Interesting. Shut up and show me it. Thank you so much for attacking the crack, my friend. It is a pleasure to have you. Again, if you want to, go into the Discord and let us know when you're going live and the whole lot. How do you find this game, if you don't mind me asking? That is not a very good launch trailer. That is not a very good launch trailer. Interesting. That seems like it could be fun, but that is a very bad launch trailer. That launch trailer makes it feel indie. Yeah, that one. Urban. It looks interesting, I'll admit, but that's a very bad launch trailer. If you don't do ads on Twitch, they just put ads on anyways, so you better... Yeah, okay, fair enough. God, I went into the camp. Joys of clicking the wrong button. The game that, was mentioning there. Urban. If you search it up on Steam, Urban Shadow Legacy. It's interesting. You're basically playing as a Shadow Knight. A Shadow Ninja or something of that description. It's interesting, I'll admit, but it's not my cup of tea. Well, it's not that it's not my cup of tea, it's that the launch trailer makes it look very indie. Yeah, the last wee while, especially on stream, I've been playing lots of different stuff, like Path of Exile 2 on this. Blasphemous for a bit, where I got lost. That was the last stream where I spent an hour and a half running around the map that I'd already finished because I got lost, which was a phenomenal experience, I'll tell you that. LOL, I've been trying lots of different things. Anything I think will actually play nice with OBS. It's tripe. It's tripe, complete tripe. However, it's funny, and it's an old school Sega game. I say old school, it's 2016, I think. I've done one stream of it. I love the humor of it, and it's not a good game. I must admit, it's not a good game, but I love the humor of it. Hell yeah, Rat of the Dead Rabbit. I'd highly recommend it. It's absolute tripe, but it's one of those bad games that is accidentally good because it's bad, you know? I'd recommend giving that one a go. It's something different. Traveling is cool if you didn't actually need to travel. It's so long. I love traveling, and I kind of wish I had a job that allowed me to do it. I mean, Amanda, how do you feel about the patron saint Jordan Henderson joining Brentford? I was going to travel around Europe next summer, but I don't think it's possible anymore. It's the for me, it's a situation at the moment. The job that I'm currently in requires a internet connection of a stable variety for security purposes. So as a result of which, I can't travel on hotspot. Otherwise, I'd happily end up traveling. How am I so bad? How am I so diabolically bad at this game? Oh, the lighting of that move. Back and there. And there. Cool. Okay, so we have to revive her. Considering she's the reviver.
I won't waste this.
Okay, cool. Oh, we can do Genesis. Oh, this might just kill all of them. There's a significant chance this might kill all of them. Oh, well, that's just unlucky. That's just unlucky. I mean, we're gonna get the kill anyway, but that's just really unlucky. Go on, Mononoke, take the kill. She's really unlucky. She deserved the kill there. I'm happy for him, but I'm not so confident the board is to actually do something right. I don't blame you, to be honest, with the way things are going with G, but I haven't heard anything about Kenneth Taylor leaving. So maybe things are looking up on that neck of the woods. Because if it isn't, can you contact your board and tell them to do a nice deal with United?
Great.
Yeah, I'd love to do more traveling around, to be honest. Ooh, these buns never look nice, but we'll end up buying them anyway. Baroli has taken Porto job and wants Taylor at Porto. Would Taylor... Well, there's no point asking that question. Of course he would. Taylor would go to Porto. Okay, let's look at these outfits before we judge, even though I'm almost positive they're going to look bad. These... I say outfits, haircuts. Look at these haircuts. Messy bun. So messy buns, anything that has been anything like that don't look good on her. Like, that braid looks horrible on her. Will the messy bun look better? It looks better on her, but the vintage is better. But they also only bid 50 million, so we told them to piss off. I think Napoli is also confirmed. This is where, as a United fan, it annoys the bollocks off of me, because like there's deals out there like Richard Rios and Kenneth Taylor. Why are we spending 6 weeks on bloody Brian and Mbeumo? Yeah, you know. Oh well, yeah, happy out on that one. Skull, I forgot you'd mentioned that in the chat, and I never got to properly congratulate you for it. Congratulations on that one. It's a pleasure to end up hearing anyone end up having that type of good news. Okay, so interesting. So we have a new area here that we haven't been in. What is this area when it's at home? It's not colored different, so we can go into it. The Falling Leaves. That's a nice name. It took 1 month to confirm. Morrow from Valioid. We're just horrible in every transaction, Amanda. I don't care about the Brian and Mbeumo deal. If we do it, we do it. We're probably going to end up announcing it tomorrow, considering the kit is announced. But at the end of the day, I just wish we were looking. Like, I don't think he's worth 60 million quid, to be honest, when there are better deals out there. Oh, no bother. Discord is banned in Russia? Why is it banned in Russia? That's a odd... an odd ticket. Why is it banned in Russia?
Careful. Some expedition has died here.
Okay.
There's an abnormal Nevron roaming about. And it has a taste for expeditioner armbands.
Why? Oh, interesting. Why do you know that? I'd ask. A few expedition friends are here also. Other survivors, can you show us? Oh yeah. Oh, they're dead. You cheeky fuck. Expedition 32. That's hilarious. That's hilarious that he thinks we're going to die straight away. Banned in Russia, maybe because... Oh, okay. I mean... Time will tell. At least you'll end up having positive memories of WrestleMania 42. It is 42, this one, right? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I wonder how big this area is. Oh, I forgot we had a jump button. Government asked Discord to comply with removing certain content from it. Interesting. I mean, I understand that. I don't agree with it, but I understand that. Like, if the government asks for something like that, then they should end up abiding by it. I don't agree with it in principle, but I understand it. I don't know that guess why it... What? Oh, okay. Why isn't it possible to hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
An advantage.
Go on, say your crappy joke. accidentally started a fight I didn't want to happen. But I think the reaction to that joke, is simply this.
Nice.
I believe there is some way to access it through the method. Probably with a VPN, but it's probably not worth it. Okay. I did in this particular case, but maybe you can answer this one for me, Per. I have this game in window mode, but if I click out of the game at all, even though it's in window mode, the music ends up stopping until I go back into the game. Do you know if there's a way around that, or if that's just a problem with the game? Because it's the only game where this ends up being a thing. I have it in borderless window, which means my mouse can end up going off it. But if I click outside of the game at all, the sound ends up stopping. And genuinely, it bothers me quite a bit. And it's the only game that ends up happening. Yeah, but it's weird with this one, considering it, you know, when it was released and the whole lot. So every now and again, that'll end up happening because I'm going out of it. Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet, unfortunately. But maybe I can figure it out in the future. It's been like that since launch for me. Maybe you've just gotten away with it. It's been like that since launch for me.
Careful, Virgo.
Oh, shit.
A storm is coming.
But maybe it's just me that it ends up happening. It could be my system. Maybe there's something in my system that's causing that to happen, a firewall thing or something like that. But yeah, ask away, Duck. I'm happy to talk about anime. I'm happy to talk about anything. No, I mean I didn't notice if it had sound or not during stream because I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, no, it's annoying. It's the first thing I noticed about the game. It was the only critique I had with the game, to be honest. Like it's a minor situation. It's not near something to be majorly concerned with, but it is just annoying. I pre-ordered the Lord of Mystery novels. Interesting. Nice for you. They're meant to be a good novel. I haven't read any of them. God damn it! I'm trying to avoid the goddamn darkness eat, and it ends up hitting me anyway. The timing on that is bloody harsh. I will also need to send a picture when I can. I know it's not your thing, but I got gifted a really cool handmade Orthodox cross pendant from a Catholic church in Cyprus. You know, you say that. I don't really have a problem with any of that type of stuff, Amanda. In fact, the iconography for religions impress me far more than the religions themselves. I'm an atheist. But that doesn't mean I have any problems. Well, I say that. I'm a raised Catholic, so that means I'm still Catholic. You know, the Dara O'Brien statement of the stickiest relationship in the world, or the stickiest religion in the world. You can never get rid of the Catholic religion. You merely become a bad Catholic. But it's not that I have any problem with it or anything like that. So, yeah, feel free to send any of that stuff. I'll happily end up viewing it. Yeah, because all of that is cool. And I enjoy seeing things that people enjoy anyway. Like, it's very rare you'll end up seeing me whinge or complain about someone. Oh, crikey. Okay. I wasn't expecting that to work that way. But yeah, no, I look forward to seeing the image when you send it over, Amanda. Out of sheer stubbornness, I'm going to do this fight one more time. I'll probably be finishing up soon enough, guys, as well. But I'm going to end up getting this fight done first anyways, before we decide on anything else. Cool. Then do this. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Because the amount of damage that he done to it when it has the 3 bits on it meant that that was a bad move.
Watch out, Manolo.
Your turn.
Careful now.
Only one. Oh, the delay is bonkers on that move. Because it goes under them, waits a minute, then comes up. Normally, you can end up hitting those type of moves just before it hits their foot. I will say, this is an ultra pretty game, too. I love the design and aspects of this game. It's gorgeous. It's probably my favorite part of the entire game, is just the these have hit the right one. Cool. Is just the regular design of the game. Cool, so we've done 16k damage to it there.
Careful, Verso.
Oh, really?
Interesting. That does a good bit of damage. Now, you're pounding the ground this time, so down. Timing is bonkers. Powerful blow.
Let the ink flow.
Fair enough.
Elements converge. Careful, Verso. Danger! I'm ready.
That's so much faster than any of the other variants of it. That's bonkers. It's hilarious, to be honest. It's so much faster than any of the other variants of it. Like, it starts slow, too, which is the other fascinating thing about it. Yeah, I'm not practicing, but it's become an open mind subject for me recently. Yeah.
Elements converge.
It's not for me to make any comments on that, so, you know, fair play to you for if it ends up helping you find happiness in any way, shape, or form. That's what you want out of the situation. So congratulations, and I hope the object brings you satisfaction a whole lot as well, because you deserve it. Everyone deserves it, to be honest. Speed. Bonkers speed. Shit. Okay, we'll just do the kick.
Let's carve a path.
Careful, Verso. Take cover.
And bonkers speed. Speed of that is bonkers. Insane how fast that comes out. I wonder if it means the best time to do the parry dodge. And I know you only need to do it on the last one, so that's me being a tit. Do you want to get the parry time right so that you're not trying to go from dodge to parry, because it doesn't help to try and do that, or at least I find it doesn't. But the difference in speed is insane.
Elements converge.
Oh, come on! I feel it's more a trying to understand, really. I'm very ignorant, I'll admit. But it's interesting. I mean, I understand why people end up following it. So that's the thing with me. I do understand that aspect of it. I think the thing that gets me when it comes down to God, I lost my words. Yada yada yada, I made a stupid point.
Your turn.
I'll do it.
up and... Nope, that timing was wrong. We're dead. Yep. Knew it the minute I went for it. Cat Mini, thank you so much for the moustache. Moustache. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, you managed to moustache just as I died. But how are you, my friend, with your Pepe cool? What's the crack with you, my friend? Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going saucy? How's life treating you? I am attempting this fight for the 4th time, when I really shouldn't be, considering I should be doing far better than this. This is a showcase of my negligence, showcase of my ineptitude. If you have a comment, make the comment, Duck. Don't be just going, ahum. Okay. Now, you can literally do it without spring mustachio. I am a beautiful mustachio gentleman. I timed that right. Kiss the right end of me left arse cheek, you cheating bastardo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable levels of ignorance. Okay, anyways. If it ain't broke, continue to do. Oh, crap.
Now the fun begins.
Brace yourself.
Minoko, get ready. There's another dance.
I won't talk. I won't talk. I need to order a new secure frame for the last part of my PC. That's awesome that you're getting that now. And how strong is the PC? If you don't mind me asking. Because I'm lucky in that I ended up getting everything of mine at the same point in time. But when I upgraded the CPU, I needed to buy a brand new bloody case for it. So mine is much bigger than it used to be. And really, really fun, because it now means that the spacing is a bit off on this particular environment. Doesn't cause me any issues, thankfully, but it is interesting that way. And did you decide ultimately when you were creating the system to go for an AMD or a Horizon? Give me your source code numbers on the back of the card pin and I'll gladly accept it. 5k over 7 years. Well, happy out on that. That's the type of success ratio you want, isn't it? In terms of savings that you end up wanting to go for. Thankfully, I don't need to worry about this being outdated for quite some time. But I'll do the upgrade then when I need to. I'm extremely happy that I ended up buying a proper PC. I will say it has destroyed my social life, considering I spent most of my time in front of this computer. But I also don't care about that either. Greek mythology also, that's something I've wanted to delve into for the longest time. Not in comparison, but for subjects I hyper-focus a lot. I understand that, and that pantheon is incredibly interesting. Especially considering 90% of the information that modern people know about the Greek pantheon is all manipulated in horse manure. I wish I had the name of it up, but there's a YouTube channel, and maybe if you're able to maybe if you search them up, they might end up coming up. I know the name of the two people are Red and Blue, and they go through little diatribes of individuals from history and mythical characters and how their lineage ended up going and the history behind them, and it's a phenomenal channel, excellent channel. Red and Blue is the name of the people that are in charge of it. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the actual channel itself, and my deepest apologies about it. If I can figure it out, I'll bloody tell you. Let's see if I go on to this, if I can find it. Give us a second and I'll have a look. Yes, Overly Sarcastic Productions. Overly Sarcastic Productions. Go and have a look at some of their stuff, Amanda. They go through different tales and different history tales. They go through different lineages and different ideologies. They are absolutely spectacular at the stuff they end up doing. Like, they go through the history of Greece. They go through history of, like, Venice. Different elements of the whole lot. They even do history and stuff of that description. They have a detailed diatribe of the story of Sun Wukong, and it is phenomenal. I don't blame you at all, Kat, for going for the AMD. Generation 12 and 13 of the Intel are absolute dog's bollocks. Absolute dog's bollocks. So I don't blame you at all for doing that. I'm still on Intel at the moment, but that's because I would have had to have bought an entirely new system, and I bought this Intel before I knew about the Generation 12 issues. Thankfully, it's firmware updated and the whole lot, so all of that issue should be resolved on my particular system, so I shouldn't experience any of them, is the hope. But, you know, it is annoying that ended up happening. There were so many crashes with the Intel. Intel stock is dropping immensely in terms of the place that they end up having in the industry, and I would recommend anyone buying a brand new computer now to go with the AMD and the Horizons. Yeah, I'd recommend anyone go for AMD. That's because we're all hypocrites. I don't get that joke, Duck. Maybe that went over my head. Also, maybe I pronounced it wrong. Probably a little bit of both. The difference when this thing is on its cycle to do the damage is insane. So basically, if you see it in the air, you click the dodge button. Nice to know. Points to the ground. So this one we're not risking. Cool. Got their channel, thank you. And if you hear any in return, let me know so that I can end up having a look at it as well. Highly recommend people end up looking at different stuff like that. Them in particular deserve all of the recognition in the world. They are so good at what they do. Red and Blue. I particularly like Red. I think Red has a better diction in her voice. So I think her stuff comes across better than Blue's. But both of them are phenomenal at what they do. So I recommend it with the most amount of praise I can possibly give. For whatever my praise is worth.
Ready to evade. I'll do it.
I didn't see where that went, so I got fierce lucky with that Mononoko dodge. Insanely lucky with that Mononoko dodge. I missed that. Mononoko can do damage to it based on its shield. We don't have the Genesis, so we're going to skip. And we never use it, so we're actually going to give Mononoko an energy tint. And we're going to attack it with Mononoko. Even though it's not on the right cycle for Mononoko, so I shouldn't have done this, but still. Yep, that was stupid of me, Crack. Yeah, it's point just attacking. Stop being a tit, just attack it. Earthquakes, okay. Yep. Interesting, Crack. That's what I get for being a tit.
won't waste it.
Oh well.
God, I really don't want to use her ability because it'll screw the Genesis. But fine.
Brilliant light.
I'm embarrassed.
I think I'll improvise.
We're nowhere near it, so just do this. There we go. Famous Greek in the medicine field. I don't know any famous Greeks in the medicine field, so I'm the wrong person to ask about that one, I'm afraid. But we shall see what Mononoko got with the glazed foot. Ooh, glazed earthquakes. And applies powerful to itself. That actually sounds really good. Huh, we'll think about that in the future. Anyway, for now, let's rest. Let's look at Mael's new weapon. Allies recover 20% health on switching to Verso stance. Not good enough. Genuinely not good enough for her. You are sound. You have a new weapon. Using a greedy attack generates 1 light stun. Not worth it. +1 perfection on hitting a powerless enemy. We're not giving powerless. So we're not doing that. And that's sound. So, yeah. That is everything for me today. So, for everyone that was here today, I thank you so much, genuinely, for keeping me company and watching me fail maliciously at this game. It was an absolute pleasure to end up having all of you. Now, I end up doing 2 different stream ends because I'm going to end up sending you off to someone else in part of a raid. So for everyone on TikTok, YouTube, and Kick, which is currently no one, but at the same point in time, I like to do the exit for everyone, just in case there's someone lurking in the background. Thank you so much for coming through. It was a pleasure to end up having all of you. Let's make sure that we chat again in the future. Now, as for all of you on Twitch,